Tony
love that. I
Stark
don't know
built
why.
this in a cave.
With a bunch of scraps.
Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury.
Oh, shit. Avengers. They're doing Avengers.
There's always a Sky Bee, is there not?
Is there?
Yeah.
Ah!
Is that today's paper?
Josh, you got to stop masturbating. Because you
Never.
I'm still on the edge of my seat.
You're doing honk.
You're like, let's fucking go.
Is this the greatest superhero origin story put to film? I think it might be, and we're going to talk about it. This is The Binge, a show that merges the two greatest things this world has to offer, movies and booze. Each week, we make our way through an entry of a franchise and get a little drunk along the way. This week, it's Iron Man. I am drinking, as I often do, a classic smoked old-fashioned, and it tastes delicious. With me, as always, my co-host, Timbo Jones, frantically looking for a drink. What do you got there, Timbo?
No, yeah, I didn't have it ready, and I didn't realize I didn't have
Come
it
on.
ready. But it was so nice. I did it twice. If you watched our last entry of franchises, we did the Kill Bill, and I did a good movies. I did a Pacifico Cerveza,
God.
and I figured I still have some left, so why not? And then also sporting a chilled mug. Nothing better than coming home from a long hard day with a cerveza and a chilled mug and fucking family pissing you off, but it's fine because now we're here to talk
I
about
wish I had a family.
Iron Man.
Today with us, an all-star, Loretto, one of our most frequent guests. I think you are our most frequent guest at this point.
Yeah.
Loretto, what was the last movie you were on for? I don't recall. When did we last see your face?
I believe we were talking about the legend of Imhotep in The Mummy Returns.
That's so funny.
Good story.
So, you guys, for this particular episode, I actually wanted to craft a special cocktail. It's a Prohibition-era cocktail called the Bee's Knees, which is pretty much just honey, lemon, and gin. However, I was going to use Empress gin, which is purple, and I was going to call it Thanos' Knees.
That sounds sexual.
And the second I shook it, I don't know if it's because I didn't have ice or I didn't have the proper measurements, it didn't come out purple at all. So I guess I'm just having a regular Bee's Knees. It's the Mach 1 Bee's Knees.
It's definitely the Mach 1, yeah.
All right, well,
Loretto brewed this in a cave. Cheers.
Clink.
I'm very yelly.
Yeah. Bully.
So, I opened with asking if this is the greatest superhero origin story in movies. I think that there's an argument to be made for that. I'm not saying it is the best origin movie, but the story itself, I think, is fantastic. It's not just your traditional, I faced trauma, my mom died, I saw something bad happen when I was a kid. Like, there's a really good character arc and defining moments in that whole cave sequence, which we will talk in detail about. I think this is one of the best origin stories that we get in a superhero movie.
Now, are you saying that because it's different? Because you haven't seen it done in this way? Or you?
I think
like
it's
almost
refreshing.
refreshing.
It's really good. Are you fighting me on this, Tim?
Batman Begins. I love Batman Begins' origin story. Because that was a little bit different too, I guess. Because he went away and learned with Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah. Well, again, I'm not saying that this is the best origin movie.
No, you're not. I know.
Yeah. Because there of course Batman Begins, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. There's a lot of really good origin movies, but this story I think is really good.
To your point of self-discovery and coming at it as an adult viewpoint. He had his time in the cave where he nearly almost died from his own creation.
Right.
The weapons and all that stuff. And he has that eye-opening experience. So I'm behind you with that.
To be fair, especially in terms of like character, I think the character of Tony Stark as a person is particularly interesting because, of course, I mean, every human being has their flaws. Like Peter Parker has his flaws. Yeah. Bruce Wayne is not the most perfect person, but if you just comparatively to like Clark Kent and Kal-El Superman story, Clark and Peter Parker, these are generally good guys. I think what's fascinating about Tony Stark is that he's literally an asshole.
Yeah,
he is a freaking jerk most of the time. He's one of those charismatic, lovable assholes, but he's a total asshole, and it's kind of interesting to see him kind of develop as a person.
They
Loretto's
introduced
joining
him his
Star
first
Tours.
on screen. He's just being an asshole. It's a funny asshole.
He's a womanizer.
But he's a complete dick.
I do appreciate the very first shot we have is his booze, because I remember back in my young days looking at a magazine called Toy Fair. If you remember Toy Fair or Wizard, they would have these little.
I remember Wizard.
You remember Wizard? I used to. I like Toy Fair better because at the end of the catalog, they would do little jokes with like the cartoon with the action figures.
Right.
And Iron Man always had booze around him, and he was always drunk. And I had to ask my Marvel friend, like, because I was a big DC guy growing up. I was like, "Yo, what's with Iron Man with all the drink?" He's like, "Oh, he's an alcoholic in the comics." I was like,
cool.
"Oh, that makes sense."
Cool guy.
So then when like the first thing you see in this is his drink, and I know that throughout the arc they wanted to kind of play into it more, especially in the second one, and I think Disney told them to tone it down a little bit.
Now fuck
I was
off,
like,
fuck
oh, that's.
Disney.
I love that they still kind of kept to that. Like Favreau kept to that. Like, no, he's a boozer, and this is gonna pay, get him back later.
So the character,
That's my story. That's all.
character of Iron Man first appears in Tales of Suspense comic in 1963, created by Stan Lee and designed by Jack Kirby. Now, Tim, as you just mentioned, this movie directed by Jon Favreau. This is a huge movie for Favreau because even though he'd been making movies prior, he'd done Maid, he'd done Elf, he'd done Zathura, which is the space Jumanji that I really like. Andy's directing the upcoming, Mandalorian and Grogu. He's got a lot of stuff going on, but at this time he had never made or been in charge of a movie as big as this. Not by like a long shot. So
I love that Favreau got this job because of Elf.
Oh yeah.
Do you know that story?
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
Well, to
You
be
know that,
fair,
Loretto? That's so
Elf
funny.
is arguably one of the most classic films of all time. If you just count how many people adore and watch it on Christmas, on repeat or every year, that's going to go down in the Christmas history annals. So
you rarely get a new Christmas classic. Like we get Christmas movies every year, but there's rarely one. Is Elf the last one that it's like, okay, this is just a new staple for Christmas that everybody watches every year? What is the last one?
You
well,
get
for
your
me
Home
personally,
Alone, Santa Claus.
Night Before was close. It's very adult oriented, but it's not quite there. But I feel like it was close.
I watched that movie. Maybe not every Christmas, but frequently around Christmas. But it is not widely accepted or recognized by the masses as like a Christmas classic in the same way that Elf instantly was.
Well, it's because everyone argues, is it a Christmas movie or is it a Halloween movie? And I say yes. It's a little bit of both.
You are talking about the Nightmare Before Christmas, I believe, Tim.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What are you guys talking about?
The Night Before.
I was talking about Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Anthony Mackie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they get like fucked up, and Seth Rogen he's like shrooming in a church. It's freaking brilliant.
It's a very different movie.
I saw that in theaters. Yeah, it's a very different theater. Yeah, I saw that in
He
theaters.
had like this guilt. He was like, "We killed Jesus."
Yeah.
Tim's just over here thinking about Jack Skellington. He's just like, you guys are making good points.
Well, I was like fixing my chair because my chair got fucked up. So I'm like listening, but I'm also like the back went out. I don't want to fall backwards.
Yeah, man. Captain America. Anthony Mackie's in that movie, man. He's boning some chick in the bathroom.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, get after it.
So this movie, big movie, as we said, for Favreau, but also huge movie for Robert Downey Jr. This is his comeback. The greatest, probably, comeback in movie history. Not even probably. This is the greatest comeback in movie history for a movie figure. Absolutely. Has to be. Because he goes on to become the highest paid actor of all time after being pretty much unhireable because of his criminal history and the insurance to just, insure him to come to set and all these sort of things. So just prior to this, he had done part of his on his way to the comeback, post all his arrests, but pre Iron Man, he'd done Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is great. Zodiac, which is great. They're both beloved movies, but they were not huge hits. So he didn't have anything like this. He really needed this. Mid-90s through the early 2000s, this is when he got this slew of criminal charges, mostly narcotics. He had a gun charge, a trespassing. But it was Jon Favreau who fought to get him this role. The studios didn't want him. Studios, I think, wanted to go younger, but they mainly didn't want him because of his history. So Favreau had to really fight for it. And have you guys seen his audition tape?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's Iron Man right away.
solid.
He's immediately Tony
Yeah.
Stark.
Yeah, because it's the scene with him talking to the girl from Brown.
Right.
Or one of the scenes.
Yes.
But yeah. It was really good.
And he's like schmoozing her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving her a little sass.
You know what's interesting too, and I think this plays into it, right? So it's like not only is it redemption for Robert Downey Jr., but I feel like that plays into Tony Stark of him changing his character. It's almost like Robert Downey Jr. was kind of doing it like internally and externally for the camera, which is really interesting.
So he's paid $500,000 for the role. For this one, $500,000. By the time he makes it to Endgame, he was making $75 million for playing the same character. Insane. 42 years old at the time. How old is he now? How long ago? He's got to be what, 60?
Well, that was 08.
Yeah,
Oh, God
so
damn.
that's 52. He's pushing
Carry the
62, but
7.
that'll be in 2028.
Yeah.
So minus 2, if I'm doing my math correctly. So he's 60.
That was excellent.
Sure.
math. So
That's
we
great
also
math.
get
He was wrong, yeah, but he was fast. So
we
believable.
get Jeff Bridges as Obadiah Stane, known for his voice work in the animated surfing Penguin movie Surf's Up. Finally gets his breakout role. Comes into Iron Man.
Josh, we got to pause you right there, fam. Did you say Jeff Bridges known for the fucking Surf's Up movie? Not
You
from
remember
the dude?
Surf's Up? Did you see it?
No, hold
The
on.
Big Lebowski?
Hold on. You mean the guy in Tron? Come on.
Oh, Tron!
Same guy.
Come on!
Tron!
What
1982.
Why do you say things knowing that you're going to make me angry? If I wasn't as sick as I am, I would flip my fucking table. He's the dude.
He is
Sir,
a
dude,
dude,
if
yeah.
you want to call him Lebowski, you talk to the other guy. Damn it!
Is Iron Man one of his 10 most iconic characters? It's up there.
No.
It doesn't top the Penguin, but I think it's up there.
What do you?
You don't even know his name, Josh.
Why do you hurt
No,
me?
and sincerely
Z.
though, of course you have the dude. You got your Rooster Cogburn, but I definitely think Obadiah Stane is in his top 10 most iconic character roles. He's the first villain of the MCU, and he is fantastic. He is killing
He
it.
plays it
fantastic.
really well. No, honestly, no. All jokes aside, no. He not only does he play a really good villain, he really brings some gravitas to the role that, arguably, this film already has it. This film is stacked. We didn't even get to Pepper Potts yet, but we're looking at like Academy Award nominees all lined up next to each other. It's amazing. And
he looks.
Oh, you were saying?
I was gonna say, and he looks great bald.
Yeah, he
does.
And if you include Terrence Howard, we actually have a winner. Oh shoot, Paltrow won one too, didn't she? Yeah, Paltrow won one. Never mind. We have 2 winners.
What? But he's.
What did Gwyneth Paltrow win for? Sorry, I was pausing because I was thinking.
Didn't she win for Shakespeare in Love?
Oh, she probably did.
I think she did. And then Terrence Howard won, of course, for what
Hustle
was
and
that
Flow.
rap movie, Hustle and Flow?
Hustle and flow, bro.
Yeah. Hustle and Flow.
So
He was like a pimp, right?
it's hard out here
Yeah,
for a
right. Pimp
pimp.
rapper. It is hard.
So-
for a pimp.
Yeah,
Gwyneth
man.
Paltrow comes in as Pepper Potts, as you mentioned. We get Favreau as Happy, the driver, who ends up having a much, kind of bigger role, especially in the Spider-Man kind of realm of things as we go on later. Terrence Howard as Rhodey, the only movie before he is recast to Don Cheadle, coming up when we get to Iron Man 2. Paul Bettany
Terrence was like,
voices
of course
Jarvis.
I'll do Iron Man, man.
Mine? What's up, mine? Paul Bettany voices Jarvis. Later comes in to play Vision. It's a great cast. Gwyneth Paltrow. As much as I love Gwyneth Paltrow, I think she's miscast as Pepper Potts. I don't love it.
Like she's underused.
No, I think she's
don't know.
miscast.
I
I think somebody else should be Pepper Potts.
I don't think so.
I feel like they have a good chemistry though. And she
No,
kinda
I will
plays-
agree with this. The chemistry, there are scenes they're really good together. That I do like. But you got to think.
Yeah.
I don't know. As a whole, in this movie, she's good. I really think it's later what they do with her in later movies just doesn't register, and I think she just kind of gets over it really quickly. Like, she's often like, was I even in that movie? I don't remember that movie. I didn't do anything with Spider-Man, because she just doesn't care.
Oh, yeah.
Which that's fine. I'm not going to hold that against you. She's getting her paycheck. But, okay, when it gets to, like, wearing the suit and doing superhero things, she just feels so out of place. You know, next to like Scarlett Johansson and Brie Larson, all these people, I just look at her and I was like, "It's not believable. You're not bringing the right energy."
Oh no!
I
cheered when I saw her.
Did you?
She looked awesome. I did.
So
I was
here's
so
my
pumped.
thing is like, I kind of felt like her pepper was kind of like Pam in The Office, but
Right.
What's interesting though, like
But Pam
Jenna
gets
Fisher,
more
right?
annoying.
Oh, okay, so I can't speak to that, but what I mean is like I feel like there's like this like strong-willed side of her that comes out once in a while, and I feel like
Okay.
I feel
I'll
like
give you that.
Paltrow did it well. So
Yeah, you think Pam gets annoying?
In later seasons, she gets much more annoying. Yeah, come on.
this is sparking a whole different debate over here, but
So many things.
All right. So
I think,
this
for
movie,
me, so hold on. So Josh,
Okay.
so it's I mean we're jumping a couple films ahead, but
Yeah,
so does
that's fine.
Iron Man 3 not work for you? Because I actually didn't mind that one. Like I didn't mind her character in that one.
I watched Iron Man 3 a single time in theaters, didn't like it, never saw it again.
Oh, you're one of those.
So, I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that it didn't work for me.
Oh, I can't wait till we talk Iron Man 3.
Dang it!
And
I
whatever.
love
What
Iron
phase?
Man 3.
What
All right,
phase is
anyways.
Iron Man 3?
Phase was that? Phase 2.
No, is it?
Yeah. it
Yeah.
is.
Okay,
Because it's
then
the
yeah,
first
then we will
movie
be talking
after
because we're gonna hit
Avengers.
phase 2. I know that much. All right.
Yeah, it's the first movie after Age of Ultron, but it's not the end of Phase 2.
No,
I don't remember.
I
We'll
think
get there when
Ant-Man
we get
kicks
there.
off Phase 3. Yeah, well,
I don't
anyways,
know.
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
This movie, released May 2nd,
Hi there.
2008, opens number 1 at the box office. This weekend at the box office, we have Iron Man number 1. Number 2, Maid of Honor. Number 3,
Oh, yeah.
that was the Patrick Dempsey is the Maid
J-Lo?
of Honor.
But, yeah, right?
3, Baby Mama. 4, Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay. And 5, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. What's interesting about this lineup is that
man.
that is all comedies minus Iron Man, which is comedic. Every movie is a comedy, and many of them are R-rated comedies. You have Maid of Honor, Baby Mama, were both PG-13, but then Harold and Kumar and Forgetting Sarah Marshall, R-rated comedies. This doesn't happen anymore. We don't get a weekend where the 5 top movies or 4 of the top 5 movies are just raunchy comedies or comedies in general.
So you're saying bring
that was a
comedies
great era.
back.
Yeah,
A good time.
I miss comedies.
Hell yeah.
Bring them back.
I do miss comedies.
That was the Apatow Renaissance where
Absolutely.
Yes.
like
Man,
it just
I-
exploded. Like
I'm not upset about it, but I forget how long Forgetting Sarah Marshall is.
It's so
It's a
good. I
long
wish it was
movie.
longer.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's bad, but all of a sudden I'm like, are we still watching? There's still a fucking another half of this movie? Like, what the fuck?
I'm telling you right now, if that Dracula puppet musical was real, I'd buy a ticket.
Yeah.
I'd buy a ticket right now, and then I'd run backstage so I could see Jason Segel naked.
Oh, man, that shit's so funny.
Oh yeah. We had
Once I thought
dongs
that
out.
they were puppets, then it really just clicked in.
This is Iron Man's first appearance in a movie. So there are claims that there was this 80s version that's fake. That's bullshit. There was no 80s Iron Man. There was this fake trailer for the 80s Avengers or whatever. It's fake. It's bullshit. The
Oh, yeah.
Iron Man that is in that trailer, quote unquote Iron Man, was Exo Man. This was a made-for-TV movie about a professor who gets into an accident and becomes paralyzed, and then he builds a metal suit to fight street crime. So it's not that far off from Iron Man, but it was not Iron Man. It was a made-for-TV movie, Exo Man. Budget on
Dude, I
this
used to
movie.
watch the 60s. I used to watch the 60s Spider-Man back in the day.
That was
That was good shit.
Wait, the Japanese one?
No. Wait, was it Japanese?
Yeah, there was a Japanese one.
Whatever one. I don't think I watched that one. I watched the old school one when he had the web shooters on the side and, the classic Spider-Man and, going up the side of the wall. Like very 60s.
Maybe he was
70s.
Japanese, and you just didn't see it.
I don't know. I had a Spider-Man
I
figure,
liked
and I went after
Spider-Man
it.
and His Amazing Friends. That was the one that I was into.
See, I was into Super Friends. That's the
Ah.
cartoon I watched.
I don't like Friends.
Anyway, keep going, Josh.
Budget of
You have none.
$186 million. Box office, $585 million. Domestic, $319 million. So this movie did very well locally, did very well overseas. Good movie. Tagline.
That's a huge budget for 2008.
I know, and you know what? Okay, so I was gonna bring up that was maybe too like above the rest, but then I started looking at like Spider-Man and Batman Begins and Dark Knight, and they were all pretty comparable.
Okay.
Because I thought the same thing. I was like, that
sounds like a lot.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, like, yeah, I think when I looked up like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man or Spider-Man 2 and Batman Begins, they were all around like 150 million. They were in that same range, which surprised me. Because, yeah, that seems like a lot. Tagline for this. Heroes aren't born, they're built. It's a little cheesy, but I like it. It fits. No, Loretto's out. Okay.
No. What
like
would your
Legos.
tagline be?
It's like Legos.
Yeah, no, I was saying, I understand the craftsmanship, but I don't like the way that was worded.
Well, I'm sorry.
You got a better one? Or another one? You got a good one? Right on top of your head? Go.
I mean, you're kind of putting me on the spot here.
I'm 100% putting you on the spot.
He's
Heroes
Iron
aren't
Man.
born.
He's gonna fly and shoot bullets, and he drinks whiskey, and he's gonna have sex with that lady, but then he's gonna feel bad about it. Iron Man 2008.
Here we go. I am.
Like it. I was going to go, heroes aren't born, they're fabricated.
Well, that's why you don't write them, Tim.
But-
Awards nominations.
Damn
This
right.
movie had 2 Oscar nominations. One for Best Sound Editing. It lost to Zero Dark 30. And Best Visual Effects lost to The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. You weren't going to beat that old man baby. You can't beat
We're
that
going to
old
be
man,
the old
baby.
man, baby.
I guess.
That little wrinkly
Man,
baby.
But sound design.
No, just, I mean, like, just the effects on the suits and even just, like, the holograms.
Loretto,
I thought
did you
that
see
was
that wrinkly baby?
incredible.
That baby looked like an old man? Did you see it?
I mean,
I didn't
whatever.
see it,
It's
I'm
a
not gonna
baby,
lie.
bro.
But he's not a baby. He's old. That's the thing.
Old man, baby.
He's an old man baby. It's
What
wild.
happens at the end of that? Never mind. I don't know. You know, forget
Oh
it.
no, he dies by turning into a tiny baby, like a little young baby. He ages
What if he
completely
goes inside?
backwards.
Does he go inside a vagina?
Well, Tim, that's how death comes for us all.
Inside of a vagina.
Yeah. So
I know a
how
lot
we
of
all
gay
wanna go out.
friends. I know a lot of gay friends that would agree with that. They're like, oh, those fucking vaginas.
avoid them.
Avoid them. Avoid them at all costs. A lot of trouble.
Let's talk about the movie. So the way this movie opens, what an opening. We get Back in Black, AC/DC just kind of blasting. RDJ is instantly bringing it with the, he does like, we were talking about how he's a dick. Like right off the bat, he's talking to the woman driver and he says something to her and she speaks and he's just like, oh my God, you're a woman. I don't, those jokes, I don't even think you'd be allowed to do that joke now. It's 2008.
Probably not.
But, and then he's like taking
I mean,
the
we just
picture
made
of this-
vagina jokes.
He's taking the selfie with the dude, and he's like, "Oh, no gang signs," and it's all these just like little quips, and then instantly war breaks out, and it's surprising that they show actual, like American soldier casualties as this happens. You see these soldiers just get like blah, blah, just shot up and killed. Not something you would normally see in this type of movie. You know, the civilians are never killed, or you know, the collateral damage is never really shown as we go further on. Here they just show it. This is just a great opening. And then the
if you
missile
think-
lands and it says Stark Industries. Come on, perfect.
That is perfect. I mean, to your point with the soldiers getting shot, I mean, this is very heavily into, you know, post 9/11 Iraq War, shit like that.
Absolutely. And
So,
also,
there
I
is,
think
yeah.
I think that's an underrated aspect of this particular film, especially if you look at, like, I mean, I'm not saying Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man wasn't like violent or even like Batman Begins to an extent, but there was an intensity with this picture, I think, especially with the war scenes. I thought it was very well done. It was the sound design, that you could hear the bullets whizzing and bouncing off the truck, and then he's talking to this kid, and then the kid literally like gets his head blown off in front of him, like
Yeah.
That's wild
So I
shit,
think the
man.
intensity was really cool.
The cave
that shit was
scene.
fucking
Yeah,
nuts.
the grittiness of it was really cool.
Yeah.
The cave scene now, of course, it like jumps back in time. It cuts back a little bit and shows him just being a playboy and all this, what's leading up to this. But the cave scene, what follows this scene immediately when he's trapped, the 10 rings are there. They're holding him captive. What? I knew you would have something to say about this, Tim. I knew it. What?
The 10 rings are so underused, even in the whole Marvel, I feel like.
Okay. Well, they gave us Iron Man. They literally did it.
But it was so, I mean, it was such a great setup to the 10 rings. And then when they alluded to it, with which we will talk about, I'll save all my thoughts for the second one, right? Was it the second one? Third one? Second?
No, the third one's when Ben Kingsley.
It's the third one with Ben Kingsley, yeah. And
Yeah.
like what it was supposed to be. Oh man, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, no, and they're never mentioned again until Shang-Chi, but
Until Shang-Chi, yeah, and then it's like completely different. It felt like it was like,
but I feel
not
like
the
the
same.
power of Stark getting captured and that whole, because at the time, I don't know if you guys remember, there was that video of like reporters getting captured in Afghanistan and like murdered on camera. So I feel like that resonated with people at that time very strongly.
100%. Yeah. Now you have No, that's what I'm saying. I was so excited that it was the 10 rings because in the Marvel universe and what that organization is, and I was like, oh shit, we're like going deep into this movie of like these are the 10 rings, the villains, and then it just goes completely different. To Ironmonger and War, and all that shit. You're like, man. I was like, I want more of that. So,
but we get Dr. Ho Jensen. Oh, Jensen, what a character this dude is. I like this guy. If not for him, the MCU might not exist because he sacrifices himself to get Iron Man out. Without Iron Man, we go nowhere.
It's true. With his steady hands, he built the Iron Man. You know what I mean?
He's a cool dude.
Words there.
Thank you. That's a tagline. He's a cool dude. He was a nice guy, and I loved a little bit of like my family died, but I'll see him again. And then later you realize
he's got a lot to say.
Oh, it's so sad.
And I want to listen.
So sad. I like that they, between the times that them being held hostage and building what they were supposed to be building as the rocket, but decided to play Yahtzee while they're just had leisure downtime.
What else are you gonna do, Tim?
Being held in a cave. I just didn't know they had time to play Yahtzee. You think
I don't know how to play
would have been
Yahtzee.
like,
I would like to learn.
Well, it's a good time. It's a Skulls tradition.
Really?
That's me. I don't know. I haven't played in years, but I'm just saying it was really funny. They're just playing a board game while they're like casually sipping on tea.
I would play Shoots and
building
Ladders.
a fucking rocket. Do you think they're gonna have Shoots and Ladders?
That's what I would ask. I would request it.
Maybe you got some dice. You're lucky enough. That's probably why they could play. Dice
Twister.
Have we talked too long about this? I feel like we've talked.
No,
So he's supposed to be
like
building the Jericho missile. That's what they kidnap him for. They're like, build us a fucking badass missile. And he's just like, okay, cool. I will build you a badass missile. And then he starts building a suit, which is just such a great trick that he's just like, yes, I will build you this weapon of mass destruction that you want. And he's just like, I'm going to build a fucking jetpack and some armored shit and a flamethrower. Because the flamethrower, Tim, we've talked about flamethrowers in a couple of movies.
We're a fan of them.
They're always great.
And
you know what? How come after Iron Man 1, Iron Man never has a flamethrower again?
It's a missed opportunity, Josh. That's why.
Fucked.
That's fucking why.
I don't like
it. Loretto?
Bring it back.
Because he had so much better weaponry than a flamethrower. Like,
no,
he doesn't need a flamethrower anymore.
Flamethrowers are so cinematic. They just look fucking cool.
Yeah, and you just can't not have a flamethrower. The only thing that's going to budge your flamethrower is your huge erection that you're going to have. By having a flamethrower, it pushes it up, and you got to fight it back down, Loretto.
One time I had a huge erection that felt like a flamethrower, and I had to get some medication.
Well, that's because I
Brother,
told you
if you get bricked up in an Iron Man suit, that's not poking through the suit. It's going to bend your dick.
You're going to hear ding.
You're giving me too much credit if you think I'm making it to the end of that
suit. You're not getting through that suit, bro.
I got 4 inches of space, and let's just say I got 2 extra inches of space that needed.
When he powers up the suit and it goes dark, then he just kind of comes alive and just starts punching people. We don't get to see Iron Man just doing a big bulky punch that much anymore. There's a lot in this movie that is such great early stuff. And, the design of course, the cave suit, paying homage to the early Iron Man from the comics. There's just it's such simpler times. It's before we get the nanotech and all the shit that I have gripes with. I don't want the nanotech. Get your nanotech out of here. I like this big bulky shit.
Well, I like the fact that, obviously watching it now after so many movies, but even the Hulk, which should be the next one that we do, is the Incredible Hulk. But it's so like that. It's like when they did the Hulk, they're like, yo, we're going to have kind of this Iron Man scene. Because in that one, the like you said, the lights go dim. You don't really see him. And then he just fucking, and then people are running away from him. You don't even know what's going on.
My God.
Same thing in the Hulk.
They're like, oh my God,
all of a sudden, you don't really see him. He transforms and you're like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, he's green.
Cool. I wanted to touch base real quick just on Tony Stark as a character. He does play his cards real close to his chest, and he never really tells you or people around him what's going on. Even when he says that he's going to do it, the first thing he does is build a mini arc reactor. He sees what Jensen did and just goes, "Oh, I can make a better one."
I would argue sometimes
and he's like, "This I need to do."
He does tell people what's going on because he straight up says, "I am Iron Man" to everybody.
Yeah, but even in this movie and even later, he doesn't really reveal everything right away.
Sounds like you're backtracking.
I don't think we're doing this. No, I'm not. I'm not backtracking. I'm just saying
also,
majority of the time.
Not to dump on Timbo any more than we already are, but I want to say the cave scene, I feel like, is the reason why we don't really linger with the 10 rings, because he obliterates the 10 rings with his Mark 1 suit.
Oh, yeah.
So they can't touch
him.
They need another villain, and they need better villains, because he kicked their ass with scraps in a cave. You know what I mean? So
Tony Stark built this in a cave with scraps. I like that he talks with almost he talks like he's got a big chunk of dip in his lip. He's just
but I love what killed me too, though, is the balls of that guy was like, well, I'm not Tony Stark.
Yeah.
He still had something to say. He's like, I'm not Tony Stark. But I love
he straight up told him, he's like, nuh-uh, that's not me.
I just love that he said, he says that he built it in a cave with a bunch of scraps. What were you? Did you forget the line? Did you distinctively?
No, I think he was just waiting to dig it in a little more because he thought on it. You know what? We see Obadiah on a Segway. Segways are out. They were in for a while. They're out. I think the creator of the Segway dying on a Segway kind of really killed the business.
Is that a true story, or is
I googled it, man. Google don't lie. He went off a cliff.
True?
He was doing a trail ride on a Segway, and he went off a cliff.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it was the one guy who was famous for running died while he was running or some shit like that. Right?
You know,
the guy who invented running died while running?
No, some guy who was a huge runner died while running. So, Josh, you know what that means?
It's poetic.
That's true, Josh. The guy who invented Segway dies in Segway. Guy who loves running dies running. Josh, you got to stop masturbating because you
never.
Well, you're just tempting faith, my friend.
As Michael Caine would say in Batman Begins, never.
I don't know.
I guess as Michael Caine would say in Batman Dark Knight Rises, I have failed you, Mr. Wayne. I have failed you.
While we're off the rails, I kind of wanted to not even backtrack, but just kind of reflect back.
Loretto, steer
We're
us
still
back.
in the beginning of the movie.
Interesting, right? Not to make us feel any more shitty and older than we are, but it's interesting how these mid-2000s movies age themselves. For example, when he's taking the picture with the soldiers, he's like, "Don't post this on MySpace." Can you imagine kids?
I know
watching that right now, and they're like, "What's MySpace?" They
probably
wouldn't know.
They
wouldn't know.
Well, let me tell you a tale.
Also, it wasn't even his. It wasn't even his camera phone. It was a camera.
Oh yeah. How do you post your
digital camera?
on MySpace? That's too much work. You got to run cords to a computer.
Oh my God! Digital cameras were like, wow, it's digital.
Now,
I still remember the wind-ups.
I like that they don't rush him getting his real Iron Man suit. It takes a while.
Yeah.
They don't just do some quick montage of him building it and painting it, which I feel like what most movies would do in this scenario. Even Spider-Man does it. The sketches, he's sketching what his suit's going to look like, and he's stitching, he has this little sewing machine, and then all of a sudden he's in his suit. Quick and easy. That's what most would do. But Iron Man here, they're just like, they drag it out. He's updating the suit. He's trying it. Does a little bit. Then more story happens. Then he's updating the suit more. It's like they recognize and give some reality to the fact that it would take a long time to make this suit.
And we all fell in love with the robot.
We do like him. I like that robot arm.
Yeah, and also I think what makes it fun is seeing him fail. Like that very first.
Oh yeah.
He's like, all right, and he like puts the camera up. He's like, all right, boots, test one, whatever, and it sends him into the wall.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And the arm is always there to spray him.
Yeah. Ah, so funny. I love that arm.
And
they never bring the arm back. Do they ever bring it back?
That arm?
No, they do. No, he's in the third one.
Is he in the third one? I think he needs to be the thing that defeats Dr. Doom.
He should be an Avenger.
He sprays him. Yeah, he sprays him with the fire.
We get our
Fire
first Stan Lee cameo of the MCU, where Stan Lee is Hugh Hefner, which I thought was a great start.
I thought he was mistaken for Hugh Hefner.
He's he is a Hugh Hefner-like character. He's either Hugh Hefner, or is Hugh Hefner-like and is mistaken by Tony Stark to be.
That's how I always took it. I took it that he was mistaken by Tony Stark. Oh, hey, Hef.
They double down on it in the second one, don't they?
I don't recall.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I thought they doubled down on it in the second one. Or actually, I think I'm mixing up the cameos. All right, never mind.
Oh,
I don't know.
Too many.
We'll see that one in a few weeks, but no, I don't recall.
My favorite cameo is the one where in Captain Marvel when he's reading Mallrats, because I love Mallrats.
Oh yeah,
he's reading the script of Mallrats.
He was in Mallrats.
Snoochie boochies.
Snoochie boochies.
So
he was in Mallrats.
Once he gets the seat, this is another really big kind of defining.
I understood that reference.
Defining scene. Once he gets the suit, he goes to Afghanistan to take out a weapons depot. He saves some hostages. This is really us getting to see the suit in action.
Okay, so we're jumping to that. Okay, so something I did actually really want to talk about
because we're running long. We're jumping ahead.
I know we got to jump ahead. I know. So like us tend to do, we like to drink and watch movies, especially when we're drunk. I love to fast forward to certain parts in movies. And one of my first moments I like to fast forward when I get drunk and watch Iron Man, especially back in the day when you actually had to put a DVD in.
Oh my God, what's that?
I love. I know, right? I love that when he first made his repulsor rays, they were just for flight stabilization, right? That's the only reason why they're for, just so he can fly, right? They weren't a weapon. But when the girl from Brown, who he banged in the beginning, is like, yo, dickhead, I thought you said that you weren't going to make weapons anymore, and calls him out, and then he leaves, and Obadiah, for some reason, tells him that he's the one who locked him out, which I don't know why he would do that. That's kind of weird, but whatever. And Tony's listening to the international news talk about what's going on, and he's just like has the glove on, and he's just like with the screwdriver tightening it, almost like not thinking about what he's doing, to where it gets so tight that now it just shoots the fucking beam out, and that's how you get the beam, is because Tony just over tightened this fucking part of his suit.
Is that what you think
love
happened?
That scene. That's what I want to believe in my heart that happened, Josh. Because he's listening to the news reporter. The news reporter. It is a weird place when I can find it. So he's listening to the news reporter, and she's like saying, who's going to do anything? Who's going to do this? It's so over the top, but I fucking love it, and I don't give a shit that it's kind of over the top. And then he shoots the glass, which never gets fixed. Even later when Rhodes comes in at the end of the movie, just walks through the glass. And then Tony's like, you know what? Let's go fuck some shit up. Oh, that's the best. And then you get the cool suit up shit. Dun, 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 and he steps into it, and he fucking punk. You're like, let's fucking go.
That's the sound design that they were nominated for the Oscars for, Tim. You're just doing it. Honk.
Tink.
That's Oscars worthy right there, buddy.
Stuff. Just me in my closet.
So, did you guys see? I didn't ask you guys this up front. Did you see this in theaters?
Yes.
Yes. So, when I saw this in theaters, I I obviously knew who Iron Man was. I grew up, one of my best friends when I was growing up was a big Iron Man fan. I was very familiar with the character, but I hadn't read the comics. I really, honestly, didn't start reading comics until I got older, like a weirdo, like a creepy old weird man. But so I was surprised when I was watching this in theaters, and Jeff Bridges, Obadiah Stane, turned out to be the villain. I was like, oh my God. It actually caught me off guard a little bit. I didn't see it coming early in the movie. So
he even says it, yeah.
Yeah, the reveal that he is the villain, they kind of give us about halfway. And he gets to fully sink into the villain role. And we realize he is trying to replicate. He's trying to build his own Iron Man suit to combat Tony and to combat the world. Great stuff. I thought it was a great reveal the way they did it. And the scene when Pepper Potts is trying to get the information off of his computer, and he walks in and he's just pouring the whiskey and stuff. That's a legitimately tense scene. We know what's going to happen.
So tense.
This movie is almost 20 years old. We know what's going to happen, but it's still tense. It still works. It's so well done.
I'm still on the edge of my seat
They're
watching
both
that
killing
thing.
it.
Like,
in that
she's
scene.
going to get caught. She's going to get caught. Oh. Yeah. Well, he says it too to Tony. He's like, we're both ironmongers, warmongers, whatever his bad guy alias is. Because that's his bad guy name. He's like, that's what we are, Tony. That's what we do. And you're like, oh, man.
I love how he was like, is that today's paper?
Oh, yeah.
And you're like,
yeah.
You're like,
No.
oh my
Don't
God,
look at it.
get it.
No, don't look at it. It's porn.
Wow. Even when he's just smelling the whiskey, he's like, oh, Tony, this is good stuff. Just sipping. You're like, oh, my God, just chewing up the scenery, and I'm so scared.
This is a case of what is often criticized, but you can forgive it here because it was early enough in the genre. Criticized of superhero movies where it is the hero fighting a evil mirrored version of themselves. That's what he's doing.
Yes.
He is fighting an evil mirrored version of himself. It's another suit that's, souped up. But we can forgive it because this is one of the first to do it before the big, rush of comic book movies came out, and they just kept doing it.
Yeah. I mean, since this is the first, like you said, you give it a pass, and you're like, oh, it's only the logical step because there's no mutant or souped up villain.
That's true. At this point, there were no superpowers in the MCU. This is the first one. Nobody's superpowered.
And we will talk about Iron Man 2, but then it does kind of even in its own franchise becomes like, is everybody that he fights has suits or hijack suits or does their own thing. So it does actually become its own villain in it. But that's what I think the difference between on that idea of fighting the mirror version of yourself. The difference is you watch Ang Lee's Hulk, and it's like Hulk had nothing to punch. It was a guy who became all different. Yeah, lightning and water and a dog's testicles in his mouth.
Molecule Man or something? Because he was fucking
morphing into.
Dude. I'm not gonna lie.
But then
I didn't know what was going on.
I
that
watched
was terrible.
Ang
But then
Lee's Hulk in theaters 3 times.
Well, you're a brave soul. But then you get Incredible Hulk, and he does, Abomination is literally the mirror version of him. But you get something he could punch, and you're like, yo, let's fucking go.
Oh, the Hulk is punching shit, bro. He's green.
He's punking shit. He's ready to go. That was awesome.
Hey, Red Skull is just the Nazi Captain America.
But
he's red.
He's a super soldier.
He is red, though.
But he's red, and he looks weird.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, in theory, though, he's also just a super soldier.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The reveal.
But did you? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, when you guys first watched it, did you really pay attention to when Coulson showed up, baby? Coulson, first time coming on screen, and he goes, "Strategic Homeland, whatever EILD defense stands for." My one buddy was like, "Wait a minute, did he just say what I fucking thought he said?" And I was like, "Huh?" And then it was because I can't spell, so it wasn't until later. I was like,
Strategic Homeland Intervention of Logistics Division, something like that. I missed the E. But
oh, look at you!
Did you say TJ? Yeah, look at you.
It was close. I really liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, anyways,
Strategic
Clark Gregg.
Homeland.
He's great.
Yeah, Clark Gregg wrote the movie What Lies Beneath, the erotic horror thriller with Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer. He wrote this movie.
He's really funny on Julia Louis's Dreyfus, like second show.
Julia Louis is Dreyfus.
Yeah, right? Is that her name? I don't know.
You made it sound
Julia
like
Louis?
Julia Louis owns Dreyfus. Like Julia Louis is Dreyfus.
Dreyfus? Julia Louis, Richard
With an
Dreyfus.
apostrophe?
Second half, whatever that show she was, after Seinfeld. He was on it. He was.
I remember after Seinfeld. So this movie, the reveal of the Ironmonger when the suit comes alive, we get almost a little bit of horror element when Pepper Potts there and they're looking and they're like, oh, where is he? And through the darkness behind the chains, the lights, the eyes just kind of light up and it rises up so you can see how tall it is. The reveal of the villain. Fantastic. And the CGI here in this just basically giant CGI punch out. Really good for 2008. Really good. Like, it looks great. When they're fighting in the street, the Ironmonger's like crawling out of coming out of the road, climbing up, and there's all this stuff going on. It looks good. There's almost no scene where I'm just like, that's really bad CGI. It really doesn't happen.
Well, it was such a great follow too. What you're talking about before when he first powers up, and you follow Pepper running down the hallway, and it chases her like
That's
it takes out
scene.
shield, and then just barely misses her because it gets caught in the door. It's so much fun.
Although here's the question: he climbs out of the street, which means he had to have gone through roof, through some earth to get up, and then asphalt, but he couldn't get through the doorway. Which is stronger, a doorway or earth?
Well, maybe they have like some sort of steel door,
It's possible.
Or it's just a cooler way to
Could
come
have
out.
been reinforced steel with vibranium. And I'm just kidding.
Is iron stronger than steel?
Yes. Iron
Well,
is
to be
stronger than
fair,
steel. Yes.
Iron Man's suit isn't really made of iron. It's like a metaphor. Like,
Yeah, it's also that.
But
But it's cooler to come out from underneath, It's cooler.
Oh, dude, the scene when he grabs the
Glad we settled
motorcycle
that.
and he just yeets the dude off of it, I was down for that. I liked it. There's a scene when the warmonger opens his suit and we see Jeff Bridges in it. And this looks better than when we get this with Mark Ruffalo and the Hulk Buster suit in Infinity War. It's the same thing, and it looks better in 2008.
Oh my God,
they're
it does.
totally screwed now.
I never thought of it like that.
As soon as they showed it, I was like, that's the Hulk Buster with Mark Ruffalo, and it looks significantly better all these years prior.
So much better. Maybe because this one takes place at night, and that was in the day.
Well, yeah, okay. There's definitely
light.
tricks being used here of the lighting, of the nighttime, and you have to attribute the Infinity War. Almost everything was CGI in that fucking scene. So there was a lot more work for the special effects artists to be doing. I'm not trying to trash the special effects artists. I'm just saying we get these same. That was a critique of Infinity War, how wonky Mark Ruffalo looked in his Hulkbuster suit.
You heard about the whole horror stories those special effects guys did with Marvel, right?
Oh, I've heard
Marvel
them.
was like, how they were
Yeah, it was
like
basically
assholes
like equivalent to like working in a sweatshop almost, like just like slaving away, and you're not getting compensated nearly enough for what you're doing. And
nearly as enough, which kind of sucks.
I would like to go on the record that I do not support that.
I don't think any of us support that.
I'm making it known.
Glad you clarified, Josh.
he said it was like, I don't know about these assholes, but
yeah, right.
not this guy.
They're saying
We get our first
but it sucked.
sky beam.
Yes.
Hold on, Tim. We get our first sky beam.
No, you're fine.
Of the MCU. The sky beams, just a giant beam of light shooting into the sky, which become synonymous with these types of superhero movies. There's always a sky beam for the big moment. Tim, why are you looking at me like I'm stupid here? Loretto, back me up on this. You're familiar with the sky beams. There's always a sky beam. Is there not?
Is there?
Yeah! The sky beam is an overused, especially in comic, sci-fi, action stuff. Do you want me to look up all the movies that have fucking sky beams?
No.
There's too many.
No, I don't. I think.
No, so I kind of understand what you're saying, but I feel like we don't see it as often as we think we do.
I think
Yeah.
I see it a lot.
I feel like.
Okay,
are you talking about?
let's just hold on. Let's stay within phase 1, right? I think the next time we see something similar is maybe in the Avengers when like
Thor?
the Chitauri come.
Well, yeah,
Like,
but
when it's,
oh, yeah. We do get it in the Avengers.
You just fisted them. He went up like this. That's what he did. No, he didn't do this. He did. Yeah, there was a thing, and his fist went through the hand thing.
no, because
The Chikari, Chari,
the beam
the Atari. Yeah, shooting out. I got. You know, I'm just going on the record that I'm not against this.
So there are two big important aspects about this movie's ending.
I don't even know why I had to make that motion.
I don't know either. But it's great.
Loretto
Yeah,
just
big
keeps
aspect,
pantomiming
Josh.
like he's fisting a horse's asshole. So there are two big important aspects to the end of this movie. Tony admits he is Iron Man. Very uncommon.
Yes.
Very uncommon in superhero movies like this. For him to say, I am Iron Man. Typically, a huge factor of these, like you look at Batman, you look at Spider-Man, which were the other, popular superhero movies at the time. A huge part of their stories is hiding their identity. Here, Iron Man comes out, ends it with I am Iron Man. We're like, shit, what's going to happen now? I mean, really nothing. Just everybody knows he's Iron Man. That's it.
Yeah, they did do the quick nod from the comics where it always was alluded that it was his bodyguard.
His bodyguard. Oh my god.
His bodyguard is, so I like that they
was
did
a chick
allude.
from Brown.
That was the chick from
Body
Brown.
girl.
His bodyguard.
So bodyguard.
So I like that they did pay that they I didn't hear what you even said. I'm moving forward. That they did pay homage to that part of the lore, and then just immediately said, "Fuck it, I am Iron Man." So
I am Iron
What's
Man.
cool
man.
about it too is like, aside from the fact that Robert Downey played it so cool, I think secondly it's like very on brand for Tony Stark, like a narcissistic, flamboyant celebrity.
He wants
of course,
the
if
credit.
he's a superhero, he wants people to know he's the freaking superhero. Like,
yeah, he puts
And
his
he
names
doesn't
on the
want
side
to
of the
do
building.
what they're telling him to do. And they're like, these are the postcards. Read this. Read the script.
Right.
He don't want to fucking do that. He wants to do his own shit. So
Yeah.
I love
No, that was
that
great.
that's literally just how it ends. I am Iron Man, boom, over. Or
Just right
is
to the
it
credits too, which is
because
awesome.
we
Right
get
to the
a
credits.
post-credit scene, the other big important ending here. First post-credit scene of the MCU. Now, at the time when this movie had come out, this was before the internet was what it was now, and before the MCU was what it was now. I didn't stay for the post-credits in the theaters because I didn't know. None of us knew.
Oh, I knew.
No, you didn't.
I don't know how I knew, but I knew.
No, you didn't. Nobody knew.
I knew.
So I did watch this post-credit scene at home, alone, with the door shut, in my room.
It's gonna kill you, Josh. It's gonna kill you. You're gonna die. I
And
know.
in the post-credit scene, we get Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. And it's a very short post-credit scene. This is one thing I realized. This
good.
post-credit scene is so short. The post-credit scenes go on in the MCU to be like 5-10 fucking minutes long. This is like 30 seconds.
he
Tony
needed more
Stark
time
just,
alone in his room.
yeah, that's all I need. Tony Stark walks out and he's just like, "Hey, what are you doing in my house?" And Sam Jackson's just like, "I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative." And that was all you needed to hear to know, shit, they're going Avengers. And then boom,
Well,
we go into Incredible Hulk. Next movie.
yeah. I
Connected.
mean, but it was so dope when he's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "I'm Nick Fury," and walking to the light, and the whole crowd in my theater just freaked the fuck out. And he's like, "I'm here to talk about the Avengers Initiative," and I was like, "Oh shit, Avengers! They're doing Avengers!" And that was.
I'm very curious. Was there word of mouth? Because for some reason I knew to stay.
There had to have been.
And I can't remember if I knew. I just stayed, and then there was a lot of us, and then I'll be honest, there was a pop. It was like, oh shit!
I'm
that's
sure.
fucking Nick Fury, like.
that there
knew
was
to
word.
stay.
I
don't know how
probably
I knew,
saw
but I
it
knew to stay.
like opening weekend before that word of mouth had gotten out.
Sure, probably. Yeah.
And then you guys might have seen it, I don't know, maybe a week or two later after people were like, shit, there's something at the end you got to stay for.
Probably. I mean, I want to doubt that. I mean, I assume it's what, 08? So I was in Orlando
Like,
at the
for
time,
example, Spider-Man, Dark Knight, X-Men, I never stayed for those credits, but I don't know why. I stayed. I remember seeing the Nick Fury reveal in theaters, but I can't remember. Like, did I read this somewhere? I can't recall. Like,
maybe it didn't happen.
I'm pretty sure someone probably told me. That's probably why. I don't know.
Maybe something didn't happen.
I saw the reveal in theaters. I just don't remember why I stayed. It's just very interesting.
I freaked the fuck out.
Let's go to the end part of the show that we likes to call Letterbox Time. This is the time where we give our final thoughts and our Letterbox scores, and then we take a look at what the people of Letterbox themselves say and think. Timbo, you always gripe that I go to you first, so I am going to you first once again. Timbo, what are your thoughts, closing thoughts, and Letterbox score for Iron Man? Give them to us.
Josh, I'm glad you came to me first, as always. I'm always so happy
I always
to help.
come to you first.
I will. You damn right you do. I enjoy Iron Man. I think it was a great movie. It's a wonderful start of the MCU. It was definitely crazy to see Robert Downey Jr. be the lead in this again. When it first came out, obviously everyone now growing up with it will just be like, "Oh yeah, he's Iron Man," but no one will remember really all the stuff before that. I think that we got to witness the rise of the and probably fall, but we'll say rise of the Marvel Universe, which was a fun time in cinema history.
No, we're still going.
With that all being said, it's still there. With that being said, this movie is a fantastic time. It's a great rewatch. It's got good action. It's got a lot of funny times, a lot of funny humor. I give it a 4.5 out of 5. And I'm always willing to sway my score. As
you do. You sway easily, Tim. I can swing you one
sway
way or the other.
So easy, like a porch swing.
Loretto, grabbing your shrunken head from Beetlejuice. What is your final thoughts and your Letterbox score of the movie Iron Man?
How'd you see that?
Well, you see, Josh,
that's pretty neat.
Going back, it's amazing to think back to that time. No, seriously.
He's wearing a
obviously
gauntlet,
it's groundbreaking.
for those of you listening. And the Iron Man gauntlet from Endgame.
I love it.
But no, seriously, I think Favreau did an amazing job. Especially, I don't think we knew what he was capable of. I mean, sure, Zathura was cool, but to have him helm this superhero blockbuster, I think it was very unexpected for all parties involved. And I think Marvel just struck lightning in a bottle, and for the better, we got to benefit from it. We saw the birth of the MCU. Minus Rhodey, I think the cast was brilliant. Nothing against Terrence Howard, but I definitely feel like Don Cheadle has better chemistry with Robert Downey Jr. I don't know if Terrence Howard was holding his chin up high because he just won his Oscar and all that shit. But I don't think their chemistry was all that great. At least I liked it better with Don Cheadle, especially moving forward in the MCU. But I thought it's an excellent origin story. Flawed character Tony Stark developing as a human, and he's still imperfect. Even at the end of the film, he's still imperfect, but he grew enough that you really start to root for him. Obviously, Jensen's weight of saving Tony, but telling him also not to waste his life. I think that was, again, just adding on to a really powerful origin. We already talked about the dude abides, and truly one of the best, maybe not even cinematic, superhero villains, just villains. He plays a really good bad guy, and I'm trying to think back how many times else has Jeff Bridges done this, because he's usually the hero or the protagonist. So it's interesting to see him be evil, and he was great at it. So I gave it a 4.5 as well. I'm kind of curious what Letterboxd thinks.
So,
or did you say it already?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Not to yuck your yum here, Loretto. But when you first mentioned Terrence Howard winning the Oscar, I was like, I don't think he won the Oscar for that. So I just looked it up. He did. He was nominated. He did not win. Philip Seymour Hoffman won for Capote that year. Capote.
Oh shit! So he's just a nominee. I don't know why I kept thinking he won.
He's a nominee.
I thought he won too. Yeah,
No,
I
no,
definitely
no.
thought he won.
No, that movie won for Best Original Song, the Oscar. The song "It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp" is an Oscar-winning
Yeah.
song, which
Right.
is hilarious.
Isn't that a 3-6 Mafia? Right.
I think so.
I think they
So-
wrote it. Yeah.
My thoughts, real quick. I'll be short and sweet. I think that this movie is a ton of fun. We didn't even mention that The Dark Knight came out the same year, 2008. This came out the same year as Dark Knight. Two very seminal, important, comic book movies. I think The Dark Knight is the better movie, but I'm not gonna lie. If I just wanted to throw one on and have a good time, I'm more likely to lean Iron Man. This movie for me is a 4 out of 5. It's a strong 4. It's a good, fun movie. I think it's a great start to the MCU. I don't have any specific flaws to point out in it that keep it from being a perfect movie. I just think it lacks a little bit getting there, but it's just a great fun time. So I am at a 4 out of 5. The people of Letterboxd give this movie, it has an average rating of 3.8 out of 5. That is out of 2,155,000 reviews over that. So that's a lot of reviews. It's at a 3.8 average. If you upgrade, if you round upward, a 4 out of 5.
It's about
the
a 4.
most common rating is a 4 out of 5, which makes up 34% of the ratings. So the people of Letterboxd have spoken. We have spoken. Timbo, why don't you close us out?
Well, everybody, thank you for sticking around and listening to our our talk about the Iron Man. Loretto, how can people find you? Because they love having you here. They want to know where you were at. Where you at, buddy?
Oh yeah, man. You can follow me. I don't know why I did that. You can follow me at Marcellus Durden on Twitter and Letterboxd at Marcellus Durden. I'm a proud writer for the Cinema Spot. Check us out at thecinemasspot.com. And yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Perfect. Anyway, thank you guys for sticking around to the end. I hope you had a great time. Please let us know what are your favorite moments or least favorite moments of Iron Man, and what were you drinking if you do watch the Iron Man and do like to partake in the alcoholic beverages. Please like, comment, share, spread us around like butter on toast. We are a growing podcast and we would like to grow with you. So with that all being said, I hope you have a great night. Thanks for sticking around, and smoochy booches.
Catch you on the flippity flop.